Alright, so due to a malfunction, we were unfortunately not able to shoot the Hawken today. But I was thinking that since this happened, it could be a good teachable moment. So, what ended up happening was I put my powder charge down the barrel, and I attempted to seat what is called a mini ball projectile. It's a fairly large cast lead bullet for the 50 caliber Hawken. Now, unfortunately, what happened was when I seated the bullet, it got stuck only about an inch down the barrel. And there's a couple reasons this could have happened. The one I suspect is when I cast the bullet, it came out of the mold at just a little bit too wide of a diameter. Typically it's a 50 caliber barrel, so it's going to mold to 0.5 inches or 50 caliber. That way it slides smoothly down the barrel. But what happened here is it didn't. It got stuck only partway down the barrel. This is a big problem because now what we're looking at is we have our powder charge down here in the bottom of the barrel. And then up here, about right there, we have our bullet. So between the bottom of the bullet and where our powder charge is sitting at, there is about a 2-foot long air gap of just empty space between the charge and the bullet. And this is a big problem, because if I were to fire this as is, what would happen is this powder charge would ignite, and it would start burning very rapidly because it has no resistance most of the way up the barrel. And so it would start expanding and filling all this space until it reaches about here where the bullet is. Then suddenly it's not able to go any further, or at least it meets a lot of resistance here. And what that's going to cause is, since it has so much momentum going forward, it's going to cause a large pressure spike. This is extremely dangerous because what can happen if I overpressure the barrel is it could result in a catastrophic barrel failure, which would mean the barrel either bulges out or even completely explodes out the side. And this is possibly pretty much the worst case scenario for any kind of shooting, because this is going to send pieces of metal flying extremely quickly in all directions. This could cause death or at least serious injury to myself, or if there was anyone else here, anyone standing anywhere in the vicinity of where this happened. Since there is powder in here, it's important to be extremely careful keeping it away from sparks or sources of heat, because that's basically what the percussion cap does, is it's going to create a spark, igniting it. I do not want this to ignite, so obviously we're not putting a cap on here, and I'm going to just keep it away from anything hot, and as soon as possible I'm going to pull that bullet out and empty the charge and clean it out, making sure that there's nothing else. Because if it's not the bullet being too wide, the other problem it could be is any kind of buildup on the barrel. The reason I don't suspect that as much is because I clean this very well every time I shoot it. But even if it's well cleaned, if it sits for a while, there is always the possibility that stuff builds up over time. And I didn't brush it out before loading it up, which I probably should have, but again, what I'm more suspecting is too wide of a diameter on the bullet. Alrighty. Well, that is the sad reason today as to why we couldn't shoot this beautiful gun. But We did have plenty of fun with the other two, so I hope you all have a amazing rest of your day.